Once upon a time, in a small village, lived a husband and wife, each with a daughter from a previous marriage. The wife adored her own daughter, dressing her in fine clothes and never letting her do a single chore. As you can guess, this girl became incredibly lazy, spending all day admiring herself. But the stepdaughter was treated very differently. "Why are you just sitting there?" The stepmother would snap. "Get up and clean the house." The diligent girl worked from dawn till dusk without a single complaint. Her father, often ill and weak, watched with a heavy heart, feeling powerless to help. One day he told his daughter, "My sweet child, I'm so sorry I can give you nothing." She replied gently, "Don't be sorry, father. You've always cared for me. Now it's my turn to care for you." The stepmother overheard this and saw an opportunity. The next day she told the girl, "Your father is ill and we need money. Go work for a wealthy family." The girl's father wept, but she stood firm. "Work is never shameful," she said. "One day my efforts will be rewarded." The next morning she set off with no food or water. Her father's parting words were, "Never say no to anyone who asks for help, and do everything with all your heart." She walked for days, and though she found no work, she never lost hope. Soon she came across a dried-up talking tree. "Will you help me remove my dry branches?" it asked. "Of course," she said, and cleaned every last one. Further on, she found a dying vine. "Will you plow near my roots?" it asked. She took a spade and plowed until her hands ached. Next, she found a broken oven and a cracked well, and she fixed them both without hesitation. Then she met a muddy dog with tangled hair. "Will you bathe me?" it asked. The girl gladly did, and the dog wagged its tail with joy. As night fell, she reached a house where 7 fairies lived. "May I stay here for the night?" she asked. "I'm looking for work," the fairies agreed. "You must clean 6 rooms every day," they said, "but never enter the 7th. For a whole year, she worked faithfully and never once peeked into the forbidden room. When it was time to go home, the fairies asked, "Why were you never curious about the 7th room?" She replied, "My father taught me to always do my duty." Pleased, the fairies led her into the 7th room. It was filled with gold and silver coins. "Roll in them," they said. "Whatever sticks to you is yours." She did, and when she stood up, she was covered in treasure, shining like a star. On her journey home, everyone she had helped gave her a gift. The dog gave her pearls, the well gave her fresh water, the oven gave her bread, the vine gave her sweet wine, and the tree gave her ripe pears. She returned home a joyful, wealthy young woman. Her father was overjoyed, but the stepmother, seeing the gold and silver, grew intensely greedy. She immediately sent her own lazy daughter on the same journey. But the lazy girl refused to help anyone. She scoffed at the tree, ignored the vine, and walked right past the oven, the well, and the dog. When she reached the fairies' house, she broke their rule on the very first day and burst into the 7th room, expecting treasure. Instead, she found a swarm of angry bees that stung her badly. She ran home bruised, dirty, and with nothing. Her father declared, "Laziness brings no reward, only a humble and honest heart is blessed." The stepmother and her lazy daughter were sent away, and the father and his diligent, kind daughter lived happily ever after. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.